My favorite subject, how to handle returns for your Shopify dropshipping store. What is up everyone? Welcome to another Shopify video. My name is Shri Kanase, and today we're going to be discussing the best subject in the world, which is how to handle returns for your Shopify store. I mean, come on, this is the best subject and I'm sure everybody in the world loves this subject. Just kidding. It is completely a hassle to deal with returns, mainly because we're losing the profit as well when we have to handle returns. So it is not the best subject in the world, but it is important that you know how to handle returns correctly so that you still have a satisfied customer who you dealt with really well, and this customer hopefully comes again to your website to buy something and keep it this time. But if you guys are new to my channel, like always, pause this video and smash that subscribe button down below. We're growing extremely fast and you get to stay up to date with the quality content that I'm putting out basically every week. And in addition, since Q4 is basically here and Christmas is around the corner, the ideas that I go over in my videos will really help you guys make a killing in this season. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's just jump right into it. Alright guys, so it is super important to know exactly how to be handling returns for your e-commerce store, because let's face it, if you sell something online, out of 100 customers, there's bound to be at least one customer that is unsatisfied and wants to go ahead and return a product. Now, it could be a return for any problem. It could be a return because the customer was unsatisfied with the product, or if you're in the fashion niche, you may have a return for incorrect size, quality, and a bunch of other reasons. But before even talking about how to handle returns, I want to tell you guys that it is super important to have the correct guidelines for your return policy. So let's write this down so you guys get a better understanding of everything. So have the correct guidelines for the returns policy. And the main reason we have to have correct guidelines is so that nobody takes advantage of the return policy. Usually for my own Shopify dropshipping stores, I offer a return time span of 30 days. So within 30 business days, if they have a problem with their purchase, they can go ahead and contact us to receive instructions on how to return their item. In addition to the specific time span, you want to also include the reasons that you accept returns. So again, it could be reasons such as incorrect size, incorrect item in general, or bad quality. So let's also write this down. So bad quality, incorrect size, or incorrect item in general. So that means your dropshipping supplier sent a completely wrong item. Of course, these are general ideas, but you want to elaborate more on these ideas and possibly have some more specific ones as well, just so that you take into account every single scenario that may happen with your store. But spend some time really thinking up of the correct guidelines on when you accept returns and when you don't accept returns, and follow those guidelines. No matter how angry the customer gets, you want to have specific guidelines that you follow. Usually when a customer really gets angry when I deny returns for any specific reason, I'm usually able to calm them down by offering a partial refund instead of a full refund, or a partial refund and a coupon code on their next order. So it's like a double win-win situation. I still make profit even with the partial refund, plus they come back and order something else. But along with this, it is super important to always be professional with your customers and always speak respectfully and in a considerate manner, no matter how angry they get. So now that we've covered the specific guidelines, how exactly do you handle returns? Where do you ship the item to? And do you pay for shipping, or do they have to pay for shipping? Usually in my returns policy, I specifically note in bold letters that we do not cover shipping unless the fault was from our side, which means incorrect size was sent, or incorrect item was sent, or any other stuff which relates to my supplier shipping that item or the item in general. For anything else, they have to cover the shipping cost. So let's write this down. So the customer has to cover the shipping cost for general problems besides the ones I mentioned above. So when I say the mentioned above, I mean these ones. In these problems, you want to go ahead and cover the shipping cost for your customer, because you want to still provide customer satisfaction and make sure they're satisfied. But in any other type of general problems, usually I make my customers cover the shipping, and the address that they ship to is my home address, so where I live. So let's also write that down. Have them ship the item to your home address. And the main reason behind this is that when they ship to our home address, depending on whether the item has been used or not, or shows any sign of usage, you can then go ahead and ship that same item to another customer when they go ahead and purchase from you. For example, the products that I sell, I'm easily able to just ship the items that have been returned to me because they're unused items. They're not any items that you consume or wear. So it is easy for me to go ahead and reship that item. And in this case, I do make my profit back. But you want to really be cautious with this, because if the customers use the item and then send it back to you, you don't want to send that item to a new customer and risk having another customer who gets mad. So it is super important that you take these decisions after thinking for some time whether the items that you sell show any type of wearing or show any damage. But another thing that you can do if you don't want them to ship to your home address is to have them shipped to your supplier's address. And in order to do this, you want to have good relations with your supplier and add them on Skype so you know their address and where they're located. But what my supplier lets me do is go ahead and ship some of the returned items directly to his warehouse. So what the customer does is then gets the address to my supplier's warehouse. And what I have personally noticed is when they see the shipping rate for China, since our suppliers are based in China if you're drop shipping, they usually cancel their returns and instead want to get either a partial refund or a coupon on their next purchase. So another option is to have the customer ship directly to your supplier's warehouse. And through this way, sometimes they cancel their return. So higher chance of having the return canceled and having the customer actually want a coupon for their next order. So as of now, I think this is the best thing that you can do instead of having it shipped to your own address, is to have them shipped to your supplier's warehouse. And as far as offering the refund, you want to only refund the customer once the product arrives at the warehouse or at your home address. You do not want to refund them before it or even arrives, because that is really risky. So let's also write this down. Refund the customer only after the item is returned successfully. And in addition to the return, you want to basically do a quality check and make sure that there are no significant damages, because if there are any significant damages, you can go ahead and let the customer know that you would be unable to refund due to the excessive damages. But again, really make sure that you do a thorough quality check before issuing any type of refund. But these are the few steps that you really need to look over and take when handling returns in order to have a good return process for your customers and yourself. Because sometimes when there are major problems that occur, such as a supplier basically sending out really faulty items, you can face a lot of returns. And it is really important that you handle those returns with your brain and really take the best decisions. But thank you for watching my video. If you guys found any type of value in this video, make sure to leave a like down below, and I'll see you guys next time.